So I wanted to cover a little more with navigation and just to explain the characters. So let's go into SVG mode here. Okay, so the finger position. Oh, I gotta show you my hand. So this is my left hand. And if we think of the QWERTY keyboard, the home row keys, the pinky is the A key, right? So I kept that. In order to make this easier to learn, I figured, even for myself, it's easier to learn and to remember everything if I associate the finger position with the QWERTY keyboard. So that means that if I want to type A on a QWERTY keyboard, I use my left hand pinky. So that's what it is. It's the pinch, pinky pinch. Types an A. So here is pinky. And this glyph is the best I could do for myself, telling me that the green arrow with a black bar tells me it stops and starts on the same stroke. So press the pinky and let up. Press the pinky pinch and let up, and that's an A. So then S is associated with the QWERTY keyboard. Press the ring pinch and let up. So it's the same here. Same with D. D is it's ASDF. So on the left hand. So it's the same thing here. Green arrow, black bar means it's a single stroke. You don't have to do any combination. And these glyphs, I had to create them so that I could just glance at the thing really quickly, because as you're typing out longer sentences, you don't want to have to interpret these things. You want it to be like something you recognize and can turn it into a hand motion without even thinking about it. So a lot of this Handex is about automatization or habituation, having it become second nature. So, I'm starting to get to the point with these where I can kind of turn it into second nature. I can see the glyph, and without really thinking, I can turn it into a hand finger motion. That did not happen when I had 3 characters which is how I first did this as I was self-training. I'm just talking about how I made it easier for myself to learn, and I think it was helpful for me to put in the time to create these glyphs, because I think it's going to make it easier for other people to learn too, to see the glyph, and one glyph per character. So there's ASD is the middle pinch, and then F, the index pinch, just like on the QWERTY keyboard. Now, if I want to do JKL semicolon, instead of I can't use this pinch because it's already used up by the left hand keys. For the right hand home row keys, I'm talking about the home row here. For the right hand home row, JKL semicolon, I use the grip action, single stroke and let up, and starting with the index where the J is, it's just like that. It's just I can do it again here, but it's kind of hard to see because it's a very minor motion, but that's it. And then maybe you can see here with the JK, and then L, very small amount of motion, semicolon, right there. So those are the home row keys. And that's how they relate to the glyphs. And that's why I'm using this type of glyph. Later I'm going to go to compounds. And just as an example, here is the U, just so you can know what a compound looks like. In the glyph, it doesn't have the arrow bar, it's got a start and a stop. Start is the play button, stop is the stop button, taken from the old play decks, tape decks from the 80s, and this continues to be used today. So I hope everyone will understand what play and stop is. If we have to go to more strokes, I'll put a number of dots in between. But, I think this is pretty legible. It's been very easy for me to learn, and it did take a while because, I would still read them in reverse, so it takes some practice. You got to work at it in order to habituate it, in order to turn it into second nature. You have to do it over and over. And so now I've built this tool, and now I'll be able to train for speed, for automatizing it and making it second nature, where I can type almost without thinking. That's my goal. More soon.